think we're live. Hello, everyone. Hello, Colleen. Can you hear me, guys? Please let me know if you can hear me. I have the I have my volume down way too loud, way too low. I have my volume down way too loud, way too low. Oh, there you go. Hey, guys. Hello, Nabul. Hello, George. My main man, George. If you're hearing a echo, that's my phone. So I wanted to see if it will sound better. Anyway, welcome to the live, everyone. Uh, this is a. I'm planning it to be a preview, but if this goes well, I might just end up with this video. Whose finger is that, George? Mine. Okay, I'm glad you guys could hear me. I'm glad you guys could join me in this live. This is a road trip. Um, so we're coming from Marikina City, where I'm from, and then we're heading to the Manila International Airport. I did a couple of videos somewhere near that area as well, so you'll see those very shortly. So basically, this video, again, like many of my live streams and many of my premieres, that with this kind of quality of video, got copyrighted. Copyright claim, which kind of explains it being partially blocked on some areas. So instead of it being blocked or being not being distributed well, I'm doing this kind of version of the video. So let's start with the video now, and I'll try to keep up with the chat. Oh yeah, Chile and Manila. So at this point, we are at Marcos Highway, or as I call it, Marilake Highway, because the highway stretches to the Quezon province. Now it's hard for me to show you, Colleen, but I do have a bottle of Coke with me because it's very summer has started here in the Philippines, and that means even at this time of 4 a.m. in the morning, it's 82 degrees Fahrenheit. So how is everyone doing? Hope you're all doing well. Okay, let me move. I think there's a little bit space. I need to move the camera a little bit. Just a tad bit. There you go. There's a blank space to your left. And there's more blank space on the other one. Oh, well. Move it a little bit again. There you go. A little bit. So the Manila International Airport is south from my city. So if it's a little bit confusing, Metro Manila is a collection of around 16 cities, if my math isn't wrong. So from Marcos Highway, we are um, entering the Macapagal flyover or bridge. This will lead us to Libis, Quezon City, which coincidentally I do have new videos of. I did a walking video very recently there. Well, we're in the highway, George. Speed is of the essence. So this is around 10 o'clock in the morning. Uh, I filmed this back in February 21st. So we are going a tad bit fast. But actually, this is probably around 60 kilometers an hour or maybe around 40 miles per hour. That's the speed I'm guessing. I'm assuming. George, I was a little bit worried that you might be busy with James and Carla. You know what's weird? I'm not seeing the chat from my monitor, from my phone, from the phone that I'm using. I'm seeing the chat on another phone, but I'm not seeing the chat on this phone. I don't know why that is, but at least the video's working. That's what I'm happy about. So this is Libis, Quezon City. Heading straight, it will lead you to two uh, military bases. You have Camp Aguinaldo, which is a armed forces headquarters, and Camp Crame, which is the headquarters of the National Police. So now we are in C5, or Circumferential Road 5, which will lead us to Eastwood City. Um, she hasn't really told me anything particular, George. She does comment on my videos, but no direct news of what's going on with her. I think she's doing well. I hope. I hope she appears though. So the set of buildings to your left is Eastwood City. Very recently, I did a walk there, so you'll see it maybe in 2 or 3 weeks. I love the video that I did there. A little bit challenging because when I did it, it was around 33 degrees Celsius or about 89 degrees Fahrenheit. But thanks to its design, it had a sort of wind tunnel, so the heat wasn't so bad. I believe, yes, it is Coke Zero. I think that I have right now. It's hard for me to show it because I had to turn off most of the lighting so there won't be a glare on the screen. But yes, I'm. No, it's actually just original. Sorry, Colleen. Sorry, Colleen. It's just original Coke. So as I've said in a previous premiere, I did work in this area back in 2008 in the banking industry. Um, Fortunately, it was also the time that the recession happened in the U.S. Um, and it it was quite an experience because not only for career wise but also on a personal level. I will explain that in the future video, but on a personal level, I met someone, I fell in love, and I got my heart broken. So, that kind of story. And I wrote 50 chapters of it. By the way, for anyone watching uh, after the fact of this video, do give this video a like, a share, and subscribe. Really helps me uh, get this channel moving. I'm very thankful for the recent addition to the community. Uh, from early February, we only had about 330 so people. Now we have about 352. So thank you so much for my new subscribers, and thank you so much for you devoted subscribers like George, Colleen, and Nabul, who has been with me for a good amount of time, supporting this channel, not only just by liking the video, watching the video, commenting, and also joining the live chat as well. George, I know she has Instagram. I believe she has told Ariel about it, but I don't. She's very a little bit more protective of her private life, I think. So I don't think she gives out her Instagram very easily. I've been trying to search for her on Instagram as well, and haven't had the haven't had the luck of finding her. We all do, Colleen. She's I guess she is very protective of her personal life. I mean, I know some people who are that way. You know, some want some people want that anonymity in especially online. So you know, we can't force her to do anything she doesn't want to do. I think she's more comfortable with YouTube, um, but I think because of the lack of live streams by Ariel, I don't think she's that active on YouTube right now. But what I'm guessing right now is that because we are talking about her, she's probably um, getting, what do you call that? We call that here in the Philippines called samed, or she gets she gets a little bit of a cough. Uh, Apology if it's hard to see the road that much because the dashboard of the SUV that we're using is a little bit higher, and the seats a little bit lower. Um, Now this is for our good friend Audie, who keeps asking what car we're using. We are actually in an SUV called a Toyota Rush. It's based, well, it's not actually based. Its original sibling is a Daihatsu. Now, this place used to have a lot of restaurants back in the day. Um, Thanks to the emergence of centralized cities, um, many of the restaurants here have either moved on or changed businesses. There's, I think, yeah, there's still a Jollibee to our right here. Hey, I said Audie, and he's here. Hello, Audie. How are you today, buddy? I'm so glad you're here, man. For a moment, actually, I was planning to just record a commentary version of this video and just release it as a premiere. Um, I was a little bit worried that things might not go well with the live video. So, but here we are. Um, I made the I made the promise to George that I'll be going live between 4 p.m. and 5 p.m. NYC time. So here we are. I'm so glad the regulars are all here as well. So this is the neighborhood of Green Meadows. This is an affluent neighborhood, gated, and if you will notice, they have high walls. Um, it's another neighborhood to the right. It's called Acropolis. I know someone from there, and to get there, to even enter there, you have to know someone. You just can't go in. That's how secure that place is. There's a lot of checks that they do before you get in. But they're very affluent neighborhoods. Houses here go for around um, the probably the least price is about 10 million pesos or $200,000, and that's a very tiny house. And judging by all these houses, they go around 20 to 40 million pesos or probably around 400 to $600,000. Yeah, Adi, what have you been doing? So the only downside to this neighborhood, especially if you're visiting, there is no public transport. As you may notice, you haven't seen a bus pass by or a jeep or a tricycle. There's none. I've actually walked this street before. This was 15, 20 years ago, I guess. Um, and it was quite a walk. Parallel this road, there's a Mormon church, actually. Um, I being not in that kind of faith, I haven't been inside, but they have a very interesting architecture to the church. Maybe some other time when I get to pass it, I'll try to feature the church. But I probably won't be able to get in. And speaking of getting into places, you might notice that recently I've done more short videos. That's to compensate me um, re- reducing my walks inside malls or inside even the closest mall here. I've already done like a crap load of Santa Lucia East videos. So the most you'll probably see me go inside is probably a short video. Um, Plus the fact my interest isn't that high within doing a mall walk. For 2023, I'm interested in doing more walks or drive or riding videos. Uh, Plus also I'm with my new playlist called Metro Music, also music if I can, like for short videos. So this traffic itself is pretty normal on this road, especially once you reach another major thoroughfare, which is Ortigas Avenue, which we are approaching as of this time. And you will know the traffic is bad when you see motorcycle lane splitting, and you could tell that the traffic is really really bad if the motorcycle that lane split went back. I'm actually glad that judging by what I see on my other phone, the video seems to be clear. So that's good enough. That's good. It's good to see. I did explain it earlier, Audie. I did explain it earlier. It's an SUV. It's a Toyota Rush. Think of it as a smaller version of a Toyota Rav4. If you're familiar with the Toyota SUVs, it's a seven-seater though. Stacks. Wow. Hey Stacks. Good to see you on my live chat. It was also good seeing you on Gabe's live chat earlier. Yes, Tex. We are actually heading towards the Manila International Airport. I'm actually picking up a family member, and this is the way it is. This is the culture of Filipinos. Um, and I'll be talking about that on on a different video, but I'll be talking about it right now. Um, when people arrive and when people depart from our country, we usually not only we usually have the whole community alongside with us. I remember as a kid, we were taking my brother to the airport, and we saw an entire jeepney, which is a bus here in the Philippines, filled with people, with just one passenger going to the airport. That's the Filipino way. That's how funny Filipinos are. And very sociable we are as well. Now for we are now at Ortigas Avenue. This is a major thoroughfare between. Well, it's still this is part of Pasig City. In fact, this is the third city that we are passing through from my place. So I started with Marikina, then we went to Quezon City, and then now we're in Pasig City. We'll be heading to Mandaluyong, and then to Makati, and then Pasay City. So about six cities just to get to the airport. But Metro Manila is about the size of probably a third of New York City, maybe Manhattan and Queens altogether. Somewhere I could be wrong. I don't know the exact dimensions of of the land area of Metro Manila, but it's sort of like that. And the traffic is particularly uh, a result of being a very densely populated city. Oh, I did not know that, Stax. I did not know that. Um, so we're in the same sort of culture. We have that same Asian sense of community. That when we take someone to the airport or when we pick up someone from the airport, I guess, you know, we have to bring everyone else. We bring the entire village. So to your left there, the building used to be called Philcom Sen Building. Um, it used to house some of the major radio stations in Metro Manila. Back in the early 2000s and late 90s, I used to be very active with email groups. And a particular favorite of ours is following radio stations. So radio stations would have their own email group and then would be a part of it. I was a, and that's actually how I started my training as a moderator. You know, we have the same sort of craziness when it comes to emails compared to the live chat. So that's how I started. That's how I do. What I did before with email groups is the same thing I'm doing with my moderating in channels right now, in YouTube channels. Well, at 82 degrees, George, that's very enticing. But since I'm doing a live, no, I'm fully dressed. Fully clothed, not dressed. I'm fully clothed. It's 4 a.m. in the morning here, probably around 5 o'clock already. But yeah, it's about quarter to 5 in the morning. Um, I was actually a little bit worried that I wasn't gonna make, wasn't gonna be able to make this live. Um, but thanks to the warm weather, I think that helped. So to your right, sorry, to your left, I'm sorry, to your left is Robinson's Galleria. Now, I do have a story here. Relates to a personal story of mine. Back in sometime around 1997, I think, or was it around 96? I fancied this girl, and she was a friend of a family friend of ours, um, and we were part of a uh, birthday celebration where we had to do a sort of like in the Mexican sense of quinceañera, but instead of quinceañera in Mexico we have debut here, which is debutante, which is age 18, and we were part of the group that did like a slow dance and all that. So there was this one of the girls there, um, and she lived not too far from me, and I was going to work back in I think it was like 97 or 98. Um, and I was on a jeep, and she got in, and for a moment there I wasn't sure if it was her or not, so I was a little bit nervous. uh, so we got into another bus terminal, and we got separated. She went on another bus, I went on another bus, and luckily enough both those buses went to the same bus stop, and I followed her a little bit because she was practically heading to the same direction that I was going. So finally, at this intersection, where we just passed, that's when I got the courage to say hello. And we chatted actually on this entire stretch until we reached the underpass here. We are now actually at, um, this is a very long name for an avenue, but we have actually shortened it. It's called Epifanio de los Santos Avenue, or EDSA, as we call it. We call it EDSA. So many of this, many parts of this trip has a lot of memories with me, so, especially about 20 years ago. Vian, hey, sorry, I didn't see you. I was telling a story. Vian and Vivian, hello to both of you. Audie, it's actually Saturday morning here as well with me. Welcome to the chat, guys. Vivian, you're in Australia, are you? Because Australia is the only country I believe that's ahead of us, and it's 5 a.m. here. My my brother who recently visited actually is going back to Sydney. He's probably on the plane right now. Oh, cool, Vivian, that's so cool. My some family members I have live near Chatswood. They're not directly in Chatswood, but near, somewhere near that general area. And I was told there was a great Thai restaurant there. Oh, I was talking to Vivian. Sorry, Vivian. Yeah, both like Vian on their names. So I believe we are. Oh, we just passed the Show Boulevard underpass. We're still in EDSA. Actually, a good amount of this trip is in this avenue because this is the longest stretching avenue in Metro Manila. It starts from another city which is Caloocan and then ends up in Pasay. So from north to south. Um, but because of the population increase in the Philippines and Metro Manila, we had to like have other roads besides this one just to compensate people coming from the south going to the north of the zone. Yes, thank you, George, for uh, posting his link. Do check out Audie's channel. He's a he's a regular on a lot of live streams. So why not try to get him to what? What's our goal here? What's our goal here, Audie? 1,000 subs. Go way past me to 1,000 subs. Kenya, hello, my dear. I'm so glad to see you, Kenya. So we're now actually at this point we're in Mandaluyong City. Uh, so we're now approaching the Guadalupe Bridge that crosses Pasig River. Um, and this will, after crossing Guadalupe Bridge, you'll get to another city called Makati City, which is the original central business district of Metro Manila. While there are many business districts now, this was the original and still the center of all trade and business in the Philippines. When was the last time you visited VM, Chong? Am I pronouncing your last name right? Chong or Chiong? I hope I'm pronouncing it. I hope so. Hey, who knows, Adi? We might get you to. Okay, let's do this. How about 100 subs? How about 100 subs? You know, let's try that. Unfortunately, for most of the other live streamers that you follow, uh, self promotion isn't really well. It's kind of frowned upon. So it's only for like us, like smaller channels, where you could really self promote yourself. Try doing that with Action Kid, and he'll kick you out. 7 years ago. Ah, well, I guess not much has changed the past 7 years in Metro Manila. I mean, as you can see, this is after pandemic, so traffic is still as bad. Um, you may notice to your left the road barriers. They actually use now the left lane, the leftmost lane, as a bus carousel, as a bus lane for public transport and emergency vehicles. So I don't know really much how much has Metro Manila has changed the past 7 years. Um, Apart from a few more malls opening up, it kind of slowed down during the pandemic. But now it's a lot of new hotels as well. Um, there's this neighborhood that I mentioned earlier called Eastwood that I visited recently, and I haven't visited there in the last maybe 10 years, and well, I could notice the changes, but a lot of it is still there. Kenya, yes, we started from Marikina. Um, we've been on the road probably around 40 minutes or so. Um, and we are now actually in Makati City, which is the central business district of Metro Manila. Now, there are a few other business districts that houses a lot of companies, especially call center companies. But the original, the original, and where the first skyscraper started is in Makati City. Very interesting, VM. See, you learn new things every day, and that's what I like about live chats and then also doing live and also watching live streams. You learn new things, and that's what I enjoy the most. I think, Audie, that's what connects all of us. Um, during the pandemic, a lot of people couldn't go out, so it was live streams that got us together. So in some way, regardless of the negativity of that worldwide event, there is some positivity to it. I mean, I probably wouldn't know you guys if it wasn't for that. So I'm actually a bit thankful for that, but I still hate what happened. Well, I hope at least, I know my videos aren't like edited or um, well produced. Like I tell many people, these are raw videos. I don't edit them because I want you guys to feel you're there, like you're riding along with us on this trip. That's my purpose. Um, so I hope in some way, even if because there are times, all of us have gone through that there are times when it became a little bit rough. That I hope in some way we are helping each other to go through that, or at least escape that kind of situation. It's something that I actually tell a lot of people that it was because of YouTube that I got to view more of the world, and maybe one day, maybe in the future, I'd be fully into get into spreading out my reach, or my the places that I go to. Not only because financially, but also, um, you know, it's been a long time since I actually traveled. So, um, you know, having been comfortable from where I am, finding new places is a bit tricky. Um, I didn't know Feng that well. I've only seen him in some of the live chats that I've modded, or even joined. So, you know, wherever he is right now, I hope things are well, especially with his family and all. And the same wish I have with all of you, that, you know, you guys are doing well. These kind of videos, these kind of live chats have helped me through some of the roughest times in the last 3 years. So I'm what I'm doing not only is to build a career in YouTube, but also try to pay back the good that I got from all of this. Ah, that motorcycle. Yeah, sometimes, there are times that you just want to watch a video, not entirely just join the live chat. I mean, there are channels that I follow that I don't really join the live chat. I just watch the video because I'm very interested in the video rather than the live chat itself. Um, so this is the Ayala Underpass, by the way, and uh, we're heading towards the Magallanes Bridge. We're about 20-30 minutes away from the airport, by the way. And if you guys are interested, I could give you a preview of another video that I will be posting. Um, just a preview, not the entire video. Because it's not a very long video, it's just about a 15-minute video that I did very recently. So above us is the train station. I think it's a Magallanes train station. Still part of the Metro Rail Transit. The Metro Rail Transit crosses the entire length of EDSA. Now, this avenue itself is a bit infamous for being like Broadway or Times Square, because of the plenty billboards that you will see along the way. Um, during a uh, During a storm or during a typhoon, many of those billboards are taken down because some of them fly off. I appreciate that, Audie. I appreciate that a lot. Sorry, Stax. I was tinkering with the phone and it did that. I will be changing the thumbnail though after this live stream. I'm sorry about that. I'm still learning a lot and doing YouTube, so um, even starting this live stream was a bit of a, am I doing this right? Am I doing this wrong? Sort of like that. I'll try to change that probably later. But that was very funny. That was very funny. To be honest, I, uh, when I started the channel, when I finally decided to do a channel, to do a proper YouTube channel, I didn't imagine doing live streams like this. Um, my idea back then was just like maybe less than 10-minute video, um, and I wasn't going to be doing it a lot, maybe once a week or something. Um, but then, as time progressed, there were a lot of things that I was I was interested in showing all of you. So this is Pasay City. I believe we have crossed over from not only just the Magallanes Bridge, but also uh, we have shifted, or we have actually gone out of EDSA. So we're now heading towards the airport roads that we have here. I'm sorry, I don't know the exact names of the roads. I know of very few roads here, um, but as you can see, this is Metro Manila traffic for you. Oh, now I'm seeing the chat. A while ago I wasn't. That was weird. I'm glad you find this interesting, Vivian. Um, that's the hope that I have, um, because a lot of videos here in the Philippines, I wouldn't say it's negative, but it doesn't really give us the brighter light of day. And that's what I'm trying to make. So, we do have things that are a little bit uh, dark in nature. Um, we do have a lot of things to offer, and I think being concentrated on the dark things is a bad thing. It's not, you're not you're not giving your channel the right direction for it. That's just my opinion. That's why there are a lot of channels in the Philippines, especially you'd see like people walking through slums, uh, walking through chaotic scenes. That's not the Philippines. That's not Metro Manila. This is Metro Manila. the chaotic scene you'll see with me is traffic. Oh, Bien. Bien Chong. There is a video I recently watched about uh, customizations done in Cavite. They did like it's not exactly old because they are refurbished Willys Jeeps, and they placed like a Honda S2000 engine on it, which is very interesting. Imagine like a lightweight Jeep with a about 200 to 300 horsepower engine. And the reason for that ingenuity after World War II, we were left with all this military surplus from the Americans, and some of us use that as public transport, which is our jeepneys, and then some use it as private cars, which is the owner type jeeps. Yeah, we do have a good car culture here in the Philippines. Um, we have an array of car culture. We have like sports cars, off-roaders, and you know, thankfully none of them are as wild as other places that I know that do like street. There is street actually. Not too far from me is a highway, and there's history there of street racing. But I don't think they're doing a lot of it right now. Usually, even at this time of the night, you'll hear like car whizzing by with like a with a 200 horsepower engine in it and turbos. Talking about cars. Yeah, yeah, but Audi isn't that the Volkswagen? Isn't the R8 just the glorified Volkswagen, the same as the Porsche 911? Sorry. So where are you right now? There is a lot of construction in this area. I think they're improving the road. Um, so a lot of the sometimes what happens in Metro Manila is that when there's a lot of the budget goes to constructions, and many of these guys are contractors, or they're not directly from the government. They are private companies that work for the government. Uh, and you see a lot of those, and usually that's how politicians show that they're doing something. You know, approve a road work, and that's your project. But it has actually helped. A lot of the roads, there is actually a highway that I will be presenting in another video, um, that actually was a great help in decreasing our travel time from 2 hours to 1 hour. Now in this area, since it's not entirely industrial because we're not too far from the airport now. So, but many of these are like repair shops, um, uh, hardware stores. uh, and also construction companies. Um, so not much residential on this area. Well, there are people living in this area. You know, it's not much residential. I was hoping to actually see a few planes on this trip, but fortunately, the gates that usually where you can see the planes are have been like concrete. They have placed concrete on it, so you probably won't see any planes on this trip. So to compensate on the traffic here on this road, they actually built a bridge up there, which is a paid toll highway. So you pay like $5 to pass through there, minimum $5, depending on how far you're going. If I'm not mistaken, we're already at the domestic road, which I'm not sure whether the domestic airport is still there. Um, so if you're traveling locally from one island to another, that's where you go. But I think they transferred that to a different airport now, or to a different terminal. Ah, yes, this is domestic road, I believe. So you'll see a lot of large hangars here, or airport hangars. But because of the concrete wall, you won't see any planes. A lot of parking lots though. And let me get the back of the chat. Yes, B and Chuck, we're heading to Manila Airport. That's where we're heading. Now, I hope you guys have seen my recent short video. It was about the duty-free shop here in Metro Manila. So for travelers who want to buy something for their family, that's where they usually go. Fortunately, I'm not sure whether it's because of the pandemic or people are just not interested in buying there anymore. It felt like a ghost town. Well, it was a ghost town. There was hardly any customers there. It was actually good that we're picking up someone during the daytime. Some flights arrive at night, and doing a video of a night travel isn't really particularly interesting. Now, thanks to politics, some of the names of the roads have changed, so I'm not sure whether what name this road is now, or the one that we're approaching. Am I driving you crazy, George? Am I? Am I? George, you crack me up every single time. Yeah, and this is the one thing that I like about doing things. I mean, about doing this kind of doing YouTube itself. You know, prior to 2020, my circle of friends have, well, not entirely dwindled, but they've moved to different places. I have a friend who moved to Winnipeg. I have a friend who moved to Dubai. A few friends have gotten married and then moved on with their lives. So ever since 2020, my circle of friends have increased because of uh, this virtual community of YouTube. That's a good thing, Adi. I mean, laughter is the best medicine, even if you're laughing alone. I guess. Although don't do that in public. If you're laughing alone in public, that might weird people out. I mean, now we're actually at Manila Airport, and that's where the video ends. Now, since we're still on live video, do you guys want to see a preview of a video I will be posting maybe in a maybe in a couple of weeks? Let me know. I'll give you a preview, but I'll still be posting the video, the actual video, because this wasn't exactly copyrighted. But I did like the video that I did. So if you guys are interested, I'll be post. I'll show it that to you right now. Okay, I got one yes from Colleen. Anyone else? I could stay on for like another 15-20 minutes, I guess. Plus, this is fun. Hanging out with you guys is fun. I love it. Okay, let me show you that. Now, okay, it's this one. So this is basically a preview of what I did. Let me start over from the very beginning. Again, I'll turn down the audio, so if you want to hear the audio or uh, the actual sound of the video, you'll have to watch it again. Um, so, let me see if it's coming out clear. Now this is a sunny day, Sunday, and we are at the University of the Philippines. This is a premier university uh, that was established back in the early 1900s. Thank you, VN. Thank you for saying that. I hope so. I hope my videos are getting better, and I do wanna try a lot more. Of course, I'm very limited to some things. But like I said earlier, there are times where I won't be able to bring a gimbal, um, especially when I'm doing like malls now. Um, I'm listening those kind of videos. I want to show more walks like this or drives like this, so I could show you more places. The malls tend to be very limiting to what you can see. So the University of the Philippines is located in Quezon City. Quezon City is very huge. Um, this was developed uh, with the with the help of the Americans as well. Again during the early 1900s. After Spain, the Americans stepped in back around 1898, 1899, and I'm not sure the year when this was established, but I know it's about early 1900s. Maybe you could just Google it. So I know, Ian. I know. And that has to do a lot because of one, the content that I'm trying to make. When I started, I actually didn't know. I didn't have a direction. I know I wanted to show places, but I didn't have a direction of what I wanted to do. And I learned through time. Um, if you've been following me, it's been more than a year that I've been doing this. So every single time, every single video that I make, I try to improve that. I try to make it better. There are certain moments where I still retain the same thing, but I try my best here. And I want to do that. I want to improve, and I'm glad you guys are telling me that. And I'm glad if you guys have suggestions. I do listen to suggestions. I may not be able to do all of it, but I do read suggestions. Sometimes, because of limitations, because of financial things, may not be able to do it. But if there are good suggestions, why not? Um, One particular viewer is Mary Reed. You know, her encouragement has inspired many of these videos. I mean, there was a time when I thought to myself, hey, maybe I could do like food videos, and that didn't work out well. I mean, the number when those videos came out, I was only getting double digits. What I've noticed, weirdly enough, is that when I did supermarket videos, that got me a lot of audience. I was getting digits to four digits kind of views, and my intention at that time was just it was a filler. It was just to fill a gap when I don't walk. You'll still see a little bit of supermarket videos along the way. It's not it's not that I enjoy doing that too because I enjoy showing people the kind of products that we have here in the Philippines. I wonder who that guy is. Yes, yes, those shaky vlogs. Unfortunately, for some interior walks right now, that may be still in the channel. But I try my best to not make it as shaky as possible. I think I've trained my hand to it by now. So this is the administration office of the University of the Philippines. Uh, And at this time, when I was filming this, it was about 32 degrees Celsius, maybe about 87, 86 degrees Fahrenheit. It's really hot. But the great thing about this day, it was like so bright that you could see everything. Yeah, I try to do a steady hand. That's what I try to do now. I mean, you still see a little bit of shaking, especially when I'm walking. But you know, when when the opportunity appears, sometimes you just have to go with the flow. Some of my short videos, I'm just standing up. That's why it still looks like steady. This is the sunken garden. I didn't um, I didn't tell a lot about my experience in this place, but when I was still active in dating, this was the one place that was so great to go with someone special. It was a very romantic place. That's what I'm trying to mix up. It's not just showing you a place, but also trying to show you my everyday life. Um, I don't. I try not to uh, focus a lot on me, um, but sometimes it comes out on the video. Um, you know, some of the stories that I know of the place isn't in the books. It's more of what my experience is all about. That's why in a very recent video, when I was in Kenny Rogers Roasters, it reminded me of a time when I had a great social life. George, you crack me up. You do crack me up, George. Well, the great thing about this university being very huge, you could walk, especially during weekends. This road is closed, so you could walk or you could bike. Um, and there's a good tree line on the road, so it's not entirely warm. There are portions where there's no shade, but it makes you feel like you're in a different place rather than the hustle and bustle of Metro Manila. Wait, do my eyes? Hello, Janice. Kumusta ang Donya? How are you, Janice? Good to see you on my live chat. On my live. Uh, as you may notice, here in the Philippines, this is the best thing you can do as a live video. Because if you do a walking video, you probably won't get any good signal. Now, for those who don't know, Janice is a fellow Filipina. She's a Filipina. So, George, is James and Carla done doing the live video? I haven't checked. And back in the car. Janice, it's so hot in the Philippines right now. It's even at this time of the morning, it's like 5 a.m. in the morning. It's about 28, 27 degrees Celsius, or somewhere around the late 70s or early 80s Fahrenheit. Adi, I wish it was also raining here, just to compensate with the heat. But I'm not really a big fan of rain. I prefer wind. Uh, Rain gets me melancholy. So, guys, I hope you've enjoyed this live stream of mine. I think we're way past an hour now. Actually, an hour and a half. So, as soon as this video probably ends, this will be probably the last part of this live stream. Um, so, if you have like last minute questions, comments, or anything, be happy to answer all of that. Janice, the reason why I'm awake right now is that I had a long sleep yesterday. So, um, plus, I usually schedule my live streams at this time of the day because of the likes of George, Audie, and all of you who follow New York live streamers. You know, um, when I schedule it on a different time of day, I usually get crickets. I usually get nothing. Be and more to come. And I hope you guys enjoy the future videos I'll be doing. I'll be actually reposting. I'll be posting that video maybe in a couple of weeks. I do have a lot of videos that are still coming. There's a restaurant I'll be featuring. Um, on the outside, it would be a gimbal video. On the inside, it would be like a non-gimbal video. But it's a very nice restaurant. Not too far from uh, the business districts of Makati and Ortigas. So it's basically near I believe it's near, I believe it's in the neighborhood of San Juan City. So we also have a San Juan City here. So more videos. I have a lot of videos still. Probably about 30 videos that I'm still planning to post. I'm trying to, schedule them not not as frequent, so that you guys can enjoy it. You guys could watch everything. I've also been enjoying a lot of doing short videos, so that's been uh, that's been very fun for me. Yeah, uh, yeah, probably around those numbers. There are a lot more things. There are a lot more places I want to check out as well. Um, if things go well, um, so far the good news is that in the last 2 months, my channel is progressing. There was actually a time between October and January when I felt that I've reached a peak on my channel. That there was that people were getting my channel. So at least I'm seeing a little bit more forward movement. Sorry, I didn't catch that. Who's getting trolled, Audie? Janice, there's a lot more work to do. Um, I'm still far from the 1K sub goal. But you guys inspire me to do all of this. If not for you guys, my channel wouldn't be anywhere. I see, Audie. Well, being a very big channel, Audie, AK has been trolled so many times. Well, actually, that's a good way of saying it, George, because I will be having breakfast in a bit. Uh, then I'll probably take a nap. That's my, that's so far what my plan is. I actually had no plans on what I'll be talking about on this video apart from the videos. So you know. Plus, the reason I really wanted to do a live is that I could catch up with all of you. I know I don't do this very regularly, and maybe one day we will. Who knows? But you know, we'll see what happens. I won't make any promises. But what I can try is to show you new places and new things. George, I truly appreciate that. I truly appreciate what you said, George. Thank you. Thank you. I'm so touched. But don't worry, I'm not touching myself. So guys, I guess we could end it here. Thank you all for coming along this journey, coming along this live chat. Um, we've passed more than just an hour, and you know what? I enjoy this. I enjoy this live chats. I enjoy talking with you guys. Um, I wish there was a way that I just don't have to read their messages, but I could hear you say the things that you're typing. But you know, someday that technology will happen. So thank you all of you. Thank you for coming to my my live chat. And I'll see you guys soon on my next video. I have, well, not a ton, but a lot of videos that I'm going to show you guys. Um, so I hope you guys enjoyed those. Um, and I hope to see you guys on my future live feeds. Take care, everyone. So, uh, as I end this video, I just want to say thank you to all of you. Thank you to the people who are on the chat right now: Audie, Vian, Vivian, Janice, Colleen, and George. Thank you so much for being an inspiration to this channel. And for all of you who are going to be watching this on the replay, please do give this video a like, share, and subscribe. And I hope to see you guys soon. So, thank you. So, I'll see you guys. Now I have to figure out. Okay, there you go. So, thank you to all of you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Thank you to all the 9 likes that you've given me so far. Give this video a like, share, and subscribe. So, let me just. I'll see you guys soon.